Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
How's it going for you? Have you already signed a lot of things?
Yes, I've signed quite a number of things. I've also gotten a bottle of tequila and some dog treats. So I have dinner for later.
But aren't they for the dog?
Oh.
Do you got your dog with you?
Yes, I did not bring my dog with me, but those will be coming home for my dog.
So, did you have a bit time to see the castle or something?
I haven't seen too much of the castle. I went for a short walk to have a cigarette, but and then we kind of went through the castle to go to where we were having lunch. But I haven't seen too much of it just yet. I'm trying to find the torture chamber. That's what I'm most interested in. But apparently, it's well hidden.
I think so. It's always not easy to find.
No, I think that's the point.
So you're in Stargate and in Supernatural. What is the biggest difference between those two shows?
I guess the cast. No, there's a lot of difference. I mean, one is more of a kind of a horror fantasy type show, and the other one is a sci-fi, fantasy type show. But both are action adventures, and both are a lot of fun. Both of them have fantastic cast and crews, and I got to play really cool characters on both of them as well. So I mean, my experience on both the shows was really great.
Sounds good. So, what do you remember the most of one of these shows?
I think, well, from Supernatural, I remember Jared and Jensen riding these tiny motorcycles they had, which was really hilarious because they're both like over 6'3", and they're giant guys, and it was kind of like bears on bicycles. That was quite memorable, I must say. And as far as Stargate goes, it was probably Chris Judge constantly fumigating the set. He was not afraid to pass wind, so to speak. It was not. I didn't say it was a pleasant memory, but it was a memory. No, Stargate was awesome.
Nice. Well, so you mentioned Chris Judge. How was it working with the other actors? Maybe have you known them before you've been on the show?
No, I didn't know any of the actors previous to working on the shows. Chris Judge was certainly, me and him get along really great. He was a lot of fun to work with, and he's really great offset as well. Really nice, genuine person, and the rest of the cast was fantastic too. I really that can make a huge difference in your work experience on a show. If the cast members are not that pleasant, then it can make the work experience not that pleasant. But on both Stargate and Supernatural, the cast is tremendous, and again, both the crews are great. Both shows film in Vancouver, which is one of my favorite cities. So it was a really incredible experience working on both of them.
So in Vancouver, do you got any tip where to go out or something?
Well, Vancouver, really, I mean, if you're staying in the city, all you have to do is just go out your front door wherever you're staying and walk around. There's fantastic sights to see. It's surrounded by ocean. It's got some incredible restaurants. There is one of my favorite restaurants there is called Kettle of Fish, and it is a fantastic seafood restaurant. I highly recommend the bouillabaisse.
Sounds delicious.
It is.
So, what do you think is more realistic coming? That we one time will travel to other planets, or do you think demons also can come true?
Maybe a combination of the two. Maybe we'll travel to a planet full of demons and bring some back.
Better not.
I'll try.
So, what was your favorite scene to shoot?
Well, I think in Stargate, one of my favorite scenes was a scene that we did. I think the episode was called Redemption. I can't remember exactly, but there was we were on a spacecraft that had sunk in the ocean, and it was filling up with water, and I had to swim underwater and turn the rings on and ring out underwater and show up on another part of the ship with all of the water that I ringed out with, and it was a very, very cool scene to shoot, and the physical effects were amazing. The set was incredible, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
Sounds really funny and looked good.
Yes, thank you.
So, which one was the scene you shoot the most often?
You mean which show did I mean, I worked on Stargate. I did more episodes of Stargate than Supernatural. I think I did 6 episodes of Supernatural, and I did 24 episodes, I think, of Stargate, if I'm correct. You know, I mean, I just love to work. I'm not necessarily partial to certain genres, but I will admit I do prefer the action adventure kind of genre. It's just a lot of it's very enjoyable as an actor to kind of pretend those types of adventures and stuff. I think there's a medieval funeral happening outside right now.
Yeah.
So somebody's died.
In the battle.
Yeah, I think so. So my last question would be, what are your next projects?
Oh my gosh, I have a few coming up. I did an episode of a TV show called The Shooter. I have a kids movie coming out called Puppy Love. I have a Lifetime movie coming out, which is a murder, it's more of a thriller, and that's called Snatch. And then a Christmas movie coming out later this year called The Christmas Cruise. It's a comedy. And then a horror film that's also a comedy based on a graphic novel called Rotten Tail coming out early next year. And I know I'm forgetting something, but there's a good amount of stuff coming out.
Okay, so we gotta have an eye on it to see more stuff. Really cool. It was nice to meet you and have a lot of fun this weekend.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Auf Wiedersehen or ciao or something.